These are the stories of 5 Iraqi Americans, ordinary people leading extraordinary lives, volunteering time and talent, strengthening liberty and democracy in Iraq. In their own words, lives of Iraqi Americans. Still waters run deep. Engineer Suzanne Dakak works for water resources in Iraq.
My name is Susan Dakak. When I was born, my name was Susan Fuad Mishu. I was born in Baghdad in Karada Sharqiya, and now I'm a sanitary sewer engineer. My father was born in Baghdad, but his family came from the northern Iraq. My mom, on the other hand, her family are Syrian. They immigrated to Iraq when she was 3 years old. But we all lived in Baghdad. My father is the oldest of 8 children, and they all loved music. My dad was one of the co-founders of the Iraqi Symphony Orchestra that was established back in 1937. He played music and taught music and used that job to put himself through engineering school. Growing up in Iraq, I had a very happy childhood.
بهذاك الوقت كان كلش مزدهر. رحت المدرسة رهبات باب الشرجي قبل ما تتأمم. المدارس هناك
Iraq was a prosperous country and Iraqis were proud people.
الدنيا كلها كانت
I attended Rahbat Bab Sharji school before it was nationalized. In my school years, my social activities, my childhood was a joyful one. Iraqis were admired and respected by people throughout the world. We moved to the United States back in 1978. I went to engineering school and I graduated in 83. Then I traveled all over the country, I worked around, and then I met my husband, Janan. And we got married, and back in 1995, we moved back to Knoxville to be close to the family. Knoxville is a very small town located in the state of Tennessee, which is in the southern part of the United States. Knoxville is a gorgeous town. It has colors almost unbelievable with the valleys and the mountains and the water. Of course, Knoxville is also known for the University of Tennessee and the headquarters of the Tennessee Valley Authority. I work for a company called Arcadis, which has an office in Knoxville, even though it's an international firm. My specialty is trenchless technologies in the wastewater system, where a complete installation or rehabilitation of the sewer pipe is done without opening any trenches. When I went to Iraq, I went to work for the Iraqi Reconstruction Development Council. I wanted to take the technology of trenchless technologies to the municipalities of Iraq to allow a complete flow from the source all the way to the treatment plant without opening any trenches.
أنا وصلت العراق بشهر الواحد سنة 2004.
In January of 2004, after I arrived to Iraq, I called some of my old friends, and they came and we visited and we chatted and we talked about old days, and they also mentioned to me some of the challenges they were going through for the future government, the new government of Iraq.
من ضمنها هي ال 137 137.
There was a resolution 137 that they wanted it off the books, as well as they wanted some presence in the government. The Iraqi women were able to achieve both of those missions. They deleted 137 from the books, as well as they achieved a minimum requirement of 25% women's presence in the government. In today's constitution, permanent constitution of Iraq, it stipulates a minimum of 25% representation of women in the government.
التحالف النسائي من أجل عراق ديمقراطي.
Women's Alliance for Democratic Iraq is an organization that was established in 2003 in Washington, D.C. by Iraqi women who lived in the U.S.
مساعدة المرأة العراقية والأطفال العراقيين.
The goal of this organization is to empower and support Iraqi women.
العراقية توقف على رجلها. كل اجتهادات النساء العراقيات
One special Iraqi woman was Amal Ma'malji, who was unfortunately assassinated last year. She cared about the whole country and especially the Iraqi women as though they were her own family.
وأنا أحب إنه يخلد اسمها.
I'd like the whole world to know who she was and what she did for Iraq.
اسمها ويعرف الأشياء اللي سوتها من أجل العراق. أنا من رحت العراق رحت على مود أساعد النساء العراقيات.
I went to help the Iraqi women, but I found out they didn't need my help.
المرأة بالعالم كله ساعدت.
For the Iraqi women are the bravest women in the world. They were able to unite the country, raise the children, and carry the country over throughout the struggles of history.
كمية الناس اللي موجودين من ناشفيل.
There is about 10,000 Iraqis in the state of Tennessee, and they're expecting about 6,000 to vote in Nashville.
خلال هاليومين ثلاثة الجاية يتوقعون فوق ال 6,000 واحد ينتخب
The future of Iraq is going to be determined by these upcoming elections.
هي الجذر اللي راح يمشي من وراء العراق. أكو هواية قوانين.
A full-term government is going to be elected where new laws are going to be written and others are going to be interpreted.
تكون المستقبل مال العراق فكلش مهمة للعراقيين.
It is very important for all Iraqis to vote today.
الحمد لله والشكر احنا
My whole family and extended family live in Knoxville, Tennessee. I have aunts, uncles, brothers, parents, cousins all live here. We live American lives and we love this country, but our hearts today are with Iraq. Our children and grandchildren also love Iraq. And they've all asked if they could vote in the next Iraqi election.
جهالهم كلهم يحبون العراق كلهم يريدون يصوتون بالانتخابات الجديدة من عرف أبويا إنه جاي.
My father attended the Iraqi Symphony Orchestra performing at the Kennedy Center back in December 9 of 2003. He was filled with pride. As soon as the performance finished, he went backstage to see if he recognizes any of his old colleagues. Sure enough, he saw two people that he played with in the 1940s and 50s. The feeling he had and the pride he had that day will not compare to anything else he ever lived through his life. I wish for all Iraqi children to live a happy childhood like the one I had. On behalf of my family and myself, I wish for all love, peace, and democracy.